commissions work together on land use and zoning matters within the rural areas surrounding the city. This area is displayed on the screen eventually. After information and testimony is presented on an agenda item, the members will discuss the matter and each planning commission will vote independently to arrive at a decision. Any final action taken on a conditional use permit request will take effect 5 working days following this meeting unless a written appeal. Tonight's decision is filed with the county planning office by Monday, November 3rd at 5 p.m. In the event of an appeal, the decision will be referred to the county commission and city council for a joint hearing on Tuesday, November 25th at 5 o'clock. When the joint agenda is completed, the city planning commission will adjourn and the meeting will continue, and the county planning commission considers its item beyond the joint zoning jurisdiction. At this time, the planning commissions will consider the consent agenda. And the minutes from September 22nd meeting are included in the consent agenda. And Scott, what was there regarding the consent agenda?
I think item number 2, the petitioner wants it pulled. So when you read it, he'll ask that pulled. Okay. Or if someone wants to pull it.
Are there any? Okay. So, are there any objections from the planning commission members on any of the items listed on the consent agenda? Next, I will read each item on the consent agenda. If any member of the audience objects to the item, please raise your hand, and the item will be moved to the regular agenda to allow you to address the commission later in the meeting. Okay, so first, item 1 is the approval of the minutes. The second item is to allow a garden center with bulk landscape supplies on property located, is legally described as Bruns Tract, which is petitioner's Midwest Landscape Supply, property owners Dave Gustafson and Company.
I'd like to move that to the regular agenda, please.
So regular agenda, okay. We will do that. So we just have that one item, so is there movement for a move for approval of the minutes?
Second.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All in favor, signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, then we will go to item number 2.
Kevin Hookman, Planning Commission. All right. Item number 2 is conditional use permit to allow a garden center with bulk landscape supply on the property at 100 South Ellis Road. As you can see by the map, it's located in an area where there's Sioux Falls city limits surrounding on 3 sides of the property and the county on the north side. But it's fairly undeveloped so far, right nearby. The area is primarily former and current gravel pit operations. So that's hence the lakes that are nearby. The gravel pits, some of them are still in operation, and this site is currently being used as a site staging grounds for a gravel pit organization. The petitioner would like to use this site for landscape supplies, including nursery stock, bulk mulch, bulk rock, field stone, and black dirt. And most of this supplies will be sold as wholesale and retail to customers who come in. The submitted site plan will utilize all the buildings on the site and will have include a scale and bulk storage bins. The petitioner is requesting to use their operations from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday. They are also asking for an additional signage, including 24 square feet of signage for their site. One of the concerns about the site that will have to be addressed once approved is that the site is located partially in the 100-year floodplain. So they will have to obtain a floodplain development permit. And that being said, staff finds the proposed garden center with bulk landscape materials conforms to the surrounding land uses and future development. Staff recommends approval with the following conditions. The facility, oh yes. I suppose I haven't been putting through the PowerPoint. Not dumb. The facility shall conform to the provided site plans, that the hours of operation be limited to 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, that 90% opaque fence be used on site to screen operations from view of nearby development. The fence will be required along the complete south property line, the southeast property line from the corner extending to the berm, which is located right on the west side there. The southwest property line from the corner to the proposed entrance. That an on-site sign shall not exceed 24 square feet. That all outdoor lighting shall be full cutoff, fully shielded, designed to prevent direct spillage of light beyond the property boundaries. That a building permit is required prior to construction of any building, structure, or sign. That all development within the 100-year floodplain must meet all applicable rules and regulations of the 2011 Floodplain Management Ordinance for Minnehaha County. That a floodplain development permit must be obtained. A minimum of the following portions of the site be hard surfaced. The driveway between Ellis Road and the scale, a 20-foot wide driving lane around this sales office, and employee parking area. And that the Planning and Zoning Department reserves the right to enter and inspect the premises after proper notice to the owner to ensure that the property is in full compliance with the conditional use permit conditions of approval and Minnehaha County zoning ordinance.
Okay, any question for staff?
Any questions?
I do have pictures that I forgot to go through.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else, Kevin?
Yeah, I guess in the pictures, this would be one other major concern, is that it is a kitty corner from the family park. So you can see it very clearly from the site.
Okay, petitioner, come forward and address this, please. State your name and address.
Darby Parsons, 26546 North Shore Place, Hartford. We just had concern about one of the stipulations, which was the 90% opaque fence.
He's the petitioner.
Who's
He's
asking?
not the applicant.
You guys? We're co-owners of the business.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you are?
I figured they knew who they were.
Well, it seemed odd though. I'm sorry, I apologize. It seemed odd. Okay.
She likes public speaking even less than I do. The stipulation with the 90% opaque fence, that lot of those of you that are familiar with it, it's kind of in a hole. So the fence on the south side especially, it's going to be where the property line is. It's going to be about 5 feet below where the other property above it is. So a 6 or an 8 foot fence isn't going to do anything to do any type of screening from 12th Street, because 12th Street sets up even higher than that land. What we propose to do would be to put up like spruce trees, some type of living fence that's going to, one, look more natural and probably do a better job of screening it out because they're going to be taller right away. Jim Sukup, who is the owner of all the land around there other than what the city owns, I've talked to him about it. His preference would be trees. He thinks that a chain link fence, even with the screening in it, is unsightly for his development around there, and he would prefer the trees on it. So that's the only thing we had any issues with.
Any questioners? Questions for the petitioner?
Did you have an idea at this point how many trees per, how many units per feet?
We'd probably, if we were using spruce trees, we'd look at how they grow out so that they don't become crowded and congested, but we'd probably stagger them so that they had a little bit better coverage that way. And yeah, we'd have to measure out the exact distances, but I would assume probably something, she's more of an expert on that nursery stuff.
I'm Jody Atkinson, excuse me. I would say spruce trees grow at about 15 foot on center. So if you space them out every 15 feet within about, say, 7-8 years, they grow together.
So just so I'm clear, you're the petitioner, correct?
Yes,
and you are in agreement to all the other recommendations
Yep.
that are on the list. The only thing you want to change is the fence and convert that to the
Trees,
spruce
yeah.
trees and, okay.
Are you talking about that now on all sides where the fence is required, or just on the south side?
We'd probably do it where all sides where the fence is required, because it's kind of the same situation. The only spot that you could probably get away with the chain link fence would just be on the far west side, right up against the road. And that would look, to me, I think it'd look kind of funny just having about a 60-foot long fence standing by itself there. Because you're
So it's
still gonna
just-
have another 400 feet that isn't gonna have any fence.
Okay, it looks like it's only being required though for the south property line. So then you're saying we want to just do spruce trees, correct? I mean, that's the change we want to make. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were all.
And we would probably continue to go on up along the TLS Road with spruce trees farther, just to give it a little more uniform look.
Other questions?
If I understand correctly, the only structure that you're proposing at this time is a hoop building?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Any other questions?
Madam Chairman, I think just for clarification for our purpose here, condition number 3 said it was on the south along to the southwest. Do you want to show them where that berm is? You scooted around there.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
much
so
further is
this,
your- yeah.
the berm starts right about here. And it's about a 10-foot tall berm. Oops. See that it goes from about here to up here. So the requirement would be from this corner to right about here. So then, since this is the proposed entrance, then there'd be trees throughout here. And that's to close the view to the south of the current development.
Thank you.
Family Park is up here.
Thank you. Anything else for the commissioner? Not. Anyone else in the audience care to address this matter? Not, we'll discuss
All right. Any discussion?
action, changes, whatever.
Madam Chair, make a motion to approve with discussion.
Okay, motion to approve.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
That's where we're at there.
Yeah, I'll move to approve with changing
Does anybody want to make a motion?
the number 3
Change number 3.
from the 90% opaque fence
I think the trees.
to 2 rows of spruce trees staggered. I think we have some standards in those things, and I think she's right. It's about 15 feet, so
All right, so I'll make a
how
motion
they
to amend.
do that.
First.
Okay, nobody else?
I'll move to
Okay,
amend
we
the motion.
have a motion
Okay, we have a motion
and
and a
a
second to approve
All in favor,
a
signify by saying
modification.
yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign.
All in favor,
Now,
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Approve
Opposed,
the
same
original
sign.
motion. All in favor, signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All right, motion passes.
We passed with the tree living barrier.
We have passed it.
Okay.
Same thing.
We made the amendment and approved
All right.
it.
Kurt made the motion to amend it. Sean seconded it, right?
Or something.
Okay. I think David got it.
Yeah, we should-
That concludes the joint planning
Madam Chair,
commission.
make a motion to adjourn.
Second? Second to adjourn.
Second.
There you go. All in favor, signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right.